We're going to talk about Ethereum and all of that good stuff. So if you're new to our content, make sure to hit the likes, make sure to subscribe to our channel, join our public Telegram group. We got some great traders in our group. And then if you're looking to upgrade to our premium for live discussion, analysis, price setup, altcoin, trading, BTC, Litecoin, Ethereum, Tezos, all of them good, all of those good stuff. Make sure to send me a private message, and I'm gonna send you the link to the premium group, right? So now in today's content, we're gonna talk about BTC on the micro scale. We're gonna talk about something very important. I just released a video. Link gonna be in the description. A 10 to 13 minutes video, so you can watch it later on, right? So basically what we're going to talk about, it is like we're going to talk about BTC on a 50-day chart, right? We're also going to talk about BTC on a 3 weeks chart, which is basically showing some bearish momentum. But the 50-day candle, we never talk about it. I've been doing more research on it over the last few days, and the bulls look very, very strong on the 50-day candle. As you can see, we haven't seen a BTC close above 10.5 on a 50-day candle, close bullish above 10.5 on a 50-day candle. What I mean about a 50-day candle, it means every single candle, instead of 30 days, it is 50 days. Instead of 7 days, it is 50 days. Instead of 21 days, it is 50 days, right? So just to basically recap, how important the 50-day candle is. It is so important. Like back in 2017, right? As soon as we opened this candle, we dipped like from just about like 57 and dipped down to like maybe 55 and so on. But guess what? We pumped almost like 300%. Like, guess what, guys? We pumped from like nearly like 250% in a 50-day candle, and all we needed is like 50 days. From open to close, right, to pump like 250%, right? So it is quite interesting. Also, when you take a look at it, like same exact date, right? October 2018, right? October 28th, right? So as soon as we open this candle, we basically dip 50%, okay, 50% from 6K all the way down to like a low 3K area, right? So it is quite important to basically pay attention to the next next 50-day candle we're gonna basically going to experience over the next few weeks and so on. It could be highly volatile, okay? It could be very, very volatile. As we said, back in late August, we said be cautious about July. I mean, be cautious about September, right? July was a good month, so we said be cautious about September, because every single September we tend to see a high volatility on the downside, right? On the downside, it hasn't changed. Every single September we see at least a 15 to 20% dump, right? All the time, okay, over the last 3 years. So now it is quite interesting right now, okay, to see, right, to anticipate what we're gonna get, okay? We're most likely gonna see high volatility, but which way, okay? That's a big question right now. So now to basically try to figure out which way we're gonna most likely going to be trading over the next few days, we just have to basically pay attention to what our 10.5 area. This green line, it is 10.5, okay? That's the first candle, okay? First green candle above 10.5 since 2017. The first green candle above 10.5 since 2017. Every single price action above this line, right, got rejected. 14K, right? 12.4, right? 10.5 right there. 10.5 right there. We got another rejection just about 10.5. We pump all the way up to 12.5. Guess what? We could not basically, once again, right, close above it. Now this candle gonna close October 26th, okay? I think in my video I was saying like October 27. Excuse me. It's gonna close on October 26th, and the new candle gonna start like October 27th this year. So it is something like we just gotta try to anticipate, right, and see if the bull is gonna be able to stay above this range within the next 7 days. It is going to be quite interesting if we stay above this range. excuse me, it means like we're most likely going to push higher. How high we're going to go? Okay, we don't have any resistance. There is no resistance right now above 10K on the 50-day candle, right? So what does it mean, right? It means if the pressure is high enough, the bulls, if the pressure is high enough and volume is, is incredible enough, right? We most likely, okay, the most potential target we could look for, it is all the way up to 20K within the next 50 days, right? I'm not saying we're going to pump like to 50 to 20K in November and all of that good stuff, but the candle going to close, the next candle going to close like December 16, right? December 15, December 16, right? So by the time this candle closes, we could see a possible push all the way up to 20K. Okay, so Moon Boys most likely, going to be screaming as soon as we break 12K. They're going to be screaming to 20K, and basically, it is a valid and possible setup we could possibly see over the next few days and so on. However, okay, we just still have to basically pay attention to our downside. Okay, BC gonna take care of the upside, but we just have to protect ourselves on the downside, right? So how can we protect ourselves on the downside? The only way we can protect ourselves on the downside is like if the current candle, which is going to close like in 7 days, right? This was 7 days. Today is the 19th for me, right? So 19 through 26, that's 7-8 days, right? So we most likely, if we close right there, okay, let's say this candle gonna be closing like this, right? Like that by October 26th, right? And then we get this big rejection. Let's just assume like we retest like 12.4 over the next 2 days and got rejected and closed just about like 10K. It is going to be very bad. It is going to be very bad. It means like over the next 50 days, right? The most probable scenario for me is like to just keep my short, right, open all the way down to like December 16 until we basically close the next 50-day candle, and we're just gonna basically close the shorts, right? And watch. Why close the short at just about like December 16th? Because you guys remember I just mentioned it, right, in my previous video, right? Link in the description. You can see like December right there, December right there, December 17th. That's when we basically open this candle, and this candle, this big capitulation candle, right, close at December 16. This one right there close at December 16, right? December 17 we topped exactly at 20K, and then we dip all the way down until basically December 16 again, right? Right there we dip all the way down, okay, all the way down right here, and we pump, dip down. Now we pumping again. So we got two possible scenarios, and both of these scenarios are pretty bullish. If you bearish, it is good for you because you're still going to be green. If you bullish, it is good for you. You're still going to be green. So it all depends how you want to play it. I'm not going to tell you how to play it, right? But I'm giving you both scenario. What I do, or what I believe, doesn't matter. Okay, what we get, that's the most important thing. Whether I'm bullish, right, or I'm bearish, it won't make a big difference about like how you're going to be playing your money. All right, you see what I'm saying? So let's just keep that in mind. Hey, what's up, Jude? Thanks a lot for tuning in. But now let's take a look at basically the 50-day candle is bullish. That's the most important thing we need to know until we basically dip below 10.5, and we could basically talk about like the bearish setup on the 50-day candle because it is bullish. Okay, it is bullish. So so you take a look at basically the 21 EMA back in basically 2015. We only got like two candles, basically two candles that closed below, that open and close below the 21 EMA since 2015. It's almost like over 4 years, guys. 5 years, actually 5 years, over 5 years, right? So even this the capitulation we got right there back in October 2018, right? Candle open above the 21 EMA but close below it. So we haven't seen any candle right now that basically opened and closed below the 21 EMA since basically April 2015. So that's 5.5 years. 5.5 years. So that's a macro bull market. So we haven't seen a macro bear market for BTC. We haven't seen any macro bear market over the last 5 years. So over the last 5 years, we could say, okay, even though price dipped down to 3K, it was just a correction. So we might not even seen the double tap yet. So going back up to 20K, right, might just be a retest of the double top, and then we can still drop all the way down, try to close below the 21 EMA, for at least a 2 candles, right, like 100 days and so on, just like what we did right there before we basically start a new bull run and so on. Because guys, you gotta remember, just because we go back up to 20K does not mean a bull run. Okay, it doesn't mean a bull run. It means we just retesting the top. We can try to break 20K, maybe hit like 21, 22, but we have to keep going. And so if we don't keep going, we cannot keep it. We cannot call it a bull run. Do you see what I'm saying? So even if we pump to like a 25, right, it is still a double top, right? We can pump to 25, but never close, like get a candle close above the 2K area. It is still going to be a double top because we might not get a candle close above like 20K. You see what I'm saying? And we can still do this, right? I'm not saying it's going to drop all the way down here, but I'm just saying the directional move, right? So it is something like we just, we just got to keep in mind over the next few days and so on. So now let's take a look at the actual bearish setup. All right, so when you take a look at the 3 weeks chart, I mean, nothing bullish about the 3 weeks chart, just like nothing bearish about the 50-day candle, right? So even though we basically say we're saying if we close below 10.5, we possibly could create some bearish setup, but the probable setup is like it is bullish, right? Same thing on the 3 weeks chart. 3 weeks chart, it is bearish. Okay, so we're gonna try to find a bullish setup on the 3 weeks chart. This candle gonna close like in 24 hours, right? So as we said, when we get this capitulation right there, right, when we dip from like 12K all the way down to 10K, we said we could possibly get another candle like this. But guess what? This candle was like, we retested the top in like 3 weeks, but this one we're retesting the top like in 42 days. So it took like twice as much energy to go back up to the same level. So that's not actually very bullish, at least in the short term, right? So at the same time, we said one of the reasons why I was bearish even before we drop, I was like, if we get this tweezer top, something similar to this, right? It doesn't have to be tweezer, but an engulfing candle, right? We possibly could see further numbers to the downside, right? Lower numbers, right? Just like that. So just like that. Just like that, right? So we're basically replicating the same top formation, right? Over the last the same top formation we've been seeing over the last few years. We basically just replicated it, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the 5th one. Even though it is not actually the same thing, but it is more powerful. But can we create another one? Because the next dip we're gonna get, if we get rejected at 12K, I don't think like we're gonna get rejected at 12K just to drop down to like 11.3 and so on. If we get rejected at 12K, the most probable setup for the bears, right, is like to give us a beautiful engulfing candle just like that, right? And you can see like this structure is very powerful. You can even see it like on the 15 minutes hourly time frame when altcoin basically tapping out. You can see like alt most of the time, right? They pump to the upside. They pump to the upside, right? And then they give you a beautiful red engulfing candle like that, right? Right. And then price gonna try to like pump back up slowly, right? Like this, right? In green. right? And you're gonna get another bearish engulfing candle. So most of the time, whenever I see like a a search setup, I tend to basically short the market, right? So you're gonna get two basically engulfing candle facing each other, right? And then you're gonna get like a small candle in between. Most of the time, you're gonna get like a a powerful downtrend right there. Price might retest like a 21 EMA right there, right? It is a setup I always pay attention to, right? And at the same time, right, price gonna try to dip again. Okay, it's gonna try to pump again, right? Just imagine this is your 21 EMA. You can see it a lot on the hourly basis, okay, in 15 minutes also. And right after we retest the top again, you're gonna see another big one right there. So right there, you're gonna see another big one right there. Sometimes it can be triple top, sometimes it doesn't retest it, right? But the most important is like you want to see another engulfing right there. So basically, if you short the top right there, right after you get the double top, you short right there. You just have to suck it up and put a stop loss right there, because if we get support from the 200 EMA, price most of the time, okay, could possibly retest like 0.786 up to 0.888. You see what I'm saying? So you just don't know, right? Because you just basically go by the these two bearish engulfing candles at the top. You just take a short, right? You're not 100% sure if market gonna keep dropping, but most of the time you can get a nice 3 to 5% if you basically looking for a looking for a short trade and all of that good stuff, right? It was just a side note, right? Something I just wanted to also point out, right? So so let's go back to our 3 weeks chart and see, right, what the bears gonna be able to do over the next few 3 weeks, okay? Because this candle, once again, it is gonna start like tomorrow, guys. No, Wednesday, actually, Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. It's gonna start on Wednesday, okay, which is tomorrow. Okay, today is the last. The candle or the new daily candle already started, so it's gonna close in 24 hours and so on, right? Hey, Mellow Man 101 in the house. Hey, what's up, Tyler? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Is that Ty Dog, Tyler? I think it's Ty Dog, probably. So we basically just discussed the 211 EMA, right? But which one is more powerful? Either, the 50-day candle or the 3 weeks chart. At this time, I would say it is 50-50, right? Because I've been paying attention only to mostly to the 3 weeks chart, right? I haven't been paying attention to the 50-day chart, even though I've been studying it, right? But until now, that's when I just started like paying a big attention to it. So now let's see. I would say like it is 50-50. We just have to wait over the next 7 to 10 days and see how bits are going to be reacting. Over the next few days, right? So, hey, what's up, Tales? So let me know if you're bullish, right, or if you're bearish. If you think like we're gonna pump to like a 20K, or we're gonna be basically dumping down to below 8K, right? So something like we just have to keep in mind, because market is crazy. All right, doesn't matter how bearish or bullish I am. If market is calling for lower numbers, we just have to stick with it. If market is bullish, we just have to be careful, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on the lower degree. What I mean lower degree, 2 days, 2-day chart and so on, right? On the 2-day chart, right, right before we pump above the 21 EMA, I warned my guys, right, and I was like in my premium group, I was like, guys, what are we looking for? We're going to be looking for a 2-day MACD cross bullish, okay? That's one of the reasons why we basically long it just about like 11.1 to 11.3 all the way up to like 11.690, right? So that's one of the reasons, right? So we said as soon as we basically pump above it, I did not hesitate, right? As soon as the candle closed, right, I was like, guys, okay, let's be ready, all right? Let's be ready. and it pumped. We were like, okay, it's pumped all the way up to 11.4, right? So now let's just wait it at 11.1 to 11.3. We took it, bang. You can see like it retested the 2-1 EMA all the way down to 10.9, right? And then pumped to the upside. So we basically just took it and then trying to stay with the trend, right? So as long as we stay above the 21 EMA, it's not going to be easy to basically call for lower numbers right now. Okay, on the lower degree, it's not going to be easy. Let's just be cautious until we break at least the 2-day 21 EMA or the 1 day, the daily 21 EMA to start like calling for lower numbers. It doesn't mean, once again, like short-term analysis, like hourly 15 minutes, you could short it for like a 1.5 to 3%, because market going to be bouncing due to the high volatility. But what I'm saying is like try to short it for like a 10, 15, 20%. It is nearly going to be very hard, right, to get one, right? As you can see right there, when BC was like a 10.9, as soon as we dip engulfingly below the 21 EMA, you can see like we dip all the way down, and most bulls gave up. Even though I was a bear, I did long it right there because I understood what was going on. And in my premium, I never called for a short. And all of you guys know I'm a big bear, right? I'm a bear. So, but I did not call for a short. I called for a long. Okay, and I haven't called for a short position for BTC ever since like we broke this 2-1 EMA. I was shorting right there, but as soon as we broke this area, I was like, guys, let's suck it up, and we flipped long. All the way, first target was like 10.9, I mean not 10.9 but 10.690, second target 10.850, something like that, 10.890. But you can see we're still pushing to the upside, right? So I'm gonna be careful for a short entry, but I'm gonna be shorting alt. Okay, alt are easy to short, so but shorting BC right now is not a smart idea to do until we basically get a very aggressive downtrend, and we could possibly start looking for lower numbers. All right, so but once again, even though I'm bearish, I'm not saying we're not gonna drop. Okay, even though I'm bearish, all I'm saying is wait for confirmation. I'm gonna wait for confirmation, and I'll go with the trend, because you might try to short right now, right? You might try to short right now, right? It is exactly at 0.786, but you might try to short right now, and this sucker could try to pump all the way up to basically 0.888, which is like a 12.1, which is like one of my target, like when BC was right there. But this sucker dumped down to 11.2, hit stop loss, and by the time you know it, it basically going to hit your basically second target. You see what I'm saying? So second target was exactly like 11.8, but we could not get there because market dipped down to 11.2 and take us out, and basically decided to go out, right? Go to the second target, and third target just about like a up to like a 12.3. So if you're bullish, that's a good news, right? If you're bearish, that is also good news, because you could possibly get a higher, get a nice average above like a 12K and so on, right? Hey, what's up, Chronic Carl? Thanks a lot for tuning in. So let me know if you're bullish, right? If you're waiting for 12K to short, or if you're basically just longing it and basically just stay with the trend, which is a smart move, right? And I'm not in rush. Market going to be around forever, right? So no need to be in rush. Try to force the market to drop down, right? So if market is dropping, all you have to do is just go with the trend. If it is going up, you're comfortable with it, but I'm not comfortable right now on the lower degree. Even though 50 days calling for 20K, I just have to be very cautious before I basically take it to the upside, right? So I'd rather just stay in BTC and not do anything. But if I want to increase my BTC, I might be just shorting alt to increase my BTC, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on a lower degree. So if you take a look at BTC on a lower degree, we're moving in a a parallel channel, right? We got this channel, right? And we got this parallel channel right there. Okay, so it looks like a double top, just like a wave, right? Look, this round curvy formation kind of look like a double top, right? Just like this one. Okay, but it is not confirmed yet. We just have to wait to see if like we're going to drop below the 211 EMA on a 6-hour time frame at least, probably hug it, retest it, and then we're going to be looking for another move. Just like XLM last night, I was looking for XLM lower numbers, right? From like 83 to 85 and put a stop loss at 87. That sucker just hit like 87.20, 87.30, 0.08720, right? And then basically dip down. I was like, look at this sucker, man. So, but you just have to be very, very careful, because stop loss, stop losses are the price you pay for, for your basically for your profits. In order to basically make profits, you got to be able to protect what you got already, which means like protect your capital, so you can take another trade, right? There's nothing wrong to get stopped out. It means you just basically very careful, right? You know what you're doing. But some people, they don't like to say I got stopped out. You're gonna get stopped out, okay? It is something that you just have to keep in mind. If you get stopped out, just suck it up, right? Say I got stopped out. 1%, 2% stop loss is not a big deal, because the target you're looking at, it is like 8 to 12%, right? So if you get stopped out like 2%, that's not a lot, right? Because even if you make the next trade, you're already up like 3 times more than what you lost. So it is something like I like to basically say sometimes, because some people, they just think like when you're trading, you just have to make all your calls, and it's not easy to make all your calls, right, in this crazy market. Hey, what's up, Peter? Hey, thanks a lot, Cannibal Def, Cannibal Bull, Cannibal Bear, right? So basically, we're moving in a channel. I would like to see a rejection with this sort of double top over the next like a few hours and so on. Why am I being careful right now? Is like alt not following the trend, and I said it right there. I said it when BC was pumping up to like a 12.4. I did not long it. I long it from basically 10.5 to 12 to 11.9 to 12.1. But I was like, guys, let's just suck it up and not take this one. I did not take this one, right? Why? Because if you go back to alt season, alt did not pump. Only BTC pump. Only BTC pump, right? Even this pump right there, only BTC pump. And guess what happened, right? We dipped down. We dipped down and we dipped down, right? So that's why I'm saying let's just suck it up and wait, right? Let's just suck it up and wait, because if we dip down aggressively, right, we can basically start shorting it right there and put a stop loss right there and suck it up and take it down to like a 10.8 and so on. Something we just have to keep in mind also, guys, is like we got another gap at 1170. We still got a gap because we missed it by 20 points, right? But the most important gap is like, the gap we got at 96 and the gap we got at 35.70. I talked about that gap last year back in November, December. I showed you the gap we got at 35.70, 35.95. Yep, 35.70, 35.95. We're going to the moon, says tells. If they pass if basically they pass the stimulus, we're going to the moon. Let's see, okay? Let's see. It really doesn't matter, right? They're most likely going to pass it, right? They're most likely going to pass it. They're most likely. Everything going to pump, right? Everything going to pump if they pass the, the stimulus, right? It seems like the whole world gets stimulated, right? So get stimulus, not stimulated, but and it is only one nation getting stimulus, but it seems like everybody else getting stimulus. But let's see, all right, if BTC going to be following the stimulus check and get stimulated all the way up to 20K. I mean, hey, what's up, AJ? Like I said, AJ, I don't have to be bullish, right? I'm holding some BTC, right? Okay, but all I'm saying is we can drop lower, right? I'm holding some BTC. Just because I'm bearish does not mean I'm selling all my BTC. I got some huddling position, and I'm still buying BTC and slowly buying BTC, right? And huddling it, right? So it does not mean, guys, I'm basically just because I'm bearish does not mean like does not mean I'm not buying or I'm not huddling. The safest thing to do, to me, right? You don't have to follow it. Always, at all time, make sure to have some BTC for the long term. Hey, what's up, Peter? In the house, have some BTC, for the long term, right? Even if it drops down to like a 3K, I said it when it dropped down to 3K, next uptrend going to be 10 to 12K. I said it back in March when everybody was calling for what? 1K, 2K, and all of that good stuff, right? I was like, guys, yes, when BTC was at 5K, I was like 5.5 is a good level to buy, right? However, we can drop down to 4 to 3K, retest the bottom, but even if we do retest the bottom, the next uptrend is 10 to 12K. So let's just suck it up, right? And buy in case, just for safety, right? And look for 10 to 12K. And if we do not if we do not go all the way up to 10 to 12K from 5K, we can still buy the dip and dollar cost average and then take it to 10 to 12K, right? So why are you guys bearish? I mean, that same question I can ask you, why you bullish, right? So whether I'm bearish or bullish doesn't matter to you. I'm just giving you an unbiased analysis, okay? Right? And I'm telling you what I would like to do and what I would do, but I'm also giving you the bullish setup. So for you to basically decide which way you want to go. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just showing you what market could possibly do. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm changing my idea, I'm not going to call you 3 o'clock in the morning and say, hey man, I'm bullish. It doesn't matter. You should basically follow your own strategy, right? Have a long-term view and say, hey, I really don't care what Send Crypto says, right? Whether he's bullish or bearish, I'm just gonna go by his unbiased, analysis, right? And we could be, you could basically be buying the dip or selling the top, right? Crypto Truth say, are we going to 5K? Is that a question or a confirmation? I'm not sure. So let me know, guys, what you think. Are we gonna pump all the way up to 20K, or are we gonna drop down to 3K? Thanks a lot, Terrell. So I mean, it is, either way you look at it, I think like 2021 could be one of the most bullish, right? One of the most bullish year for BTC. I got a target up to 14K, right? I'm not sure if we're gonna get the 14K right now or we're gonna dip down, right? And then next year we're gonna hit 14K, right? But I got a target up to 14K. So my big question is like, are we gonna pump 20% right now, 15 to 20%? Just to top out at 14K and be bearish the rest of the 2021, not the rest of the 2021, but the first half of 2021, maybe first quarter of 2021, right? And be bullish the rest of the year. But I'm bullish in 2021 for BTC going into 2021, because we're going to talk about alt, right? We're going to talk about alt next. %95% that Bitcoin hits 100K. Hey, what's up, Craig? Thanks a lot for tuning in. We could hit 100K. You sign like Crypto Truth saying like we got 95% chance to hit 100K. He's a moon boy, so. What about Neo? I mean, Neo is still 90% down, right? Neo is, it is still like more than 90% down, right? Like from $200 to $17. So, I mean, everything else is on average 80% down, okay? Like most alt, like, you know, they are on average 85 to 90% down. So we still got plenty of chance to buy the dip, right? So I mean, how is it possible to get to 3K if 67% hurdlers, right? AJ Kadam says, how is it possible to get to 3K if 67% are not trading, only huddling? I doubt it. That's what he said, right? So basically, you just got to be cautious, right? Those 67%, they were hurdlers when BC dropped down to 3.8, right? Did it? I mean, didn't we drop down to 4K? Even though, you know, we had like a 67% people, like a 67 percent of the you know, the Bitcoin huddlers still huddling, right? So, and also you got to think about the derivative, right? Even though only 33% trading, but they're trading like 10x, 20x, 30x. So those 33% now, like what, maybe 90%, right? So I just don't like to basically pay attention to those little details, because back last year when we launched Backed, right, we said we're gonna go to 30K because Backed, they're gonna be huddling the you know, the physical BTC and all of that good stuff. Guess what happened? None. Okay, none of that happened, right? So, and just about like late September last year, after Backed, right, was launched, so we dipped down to like a 6K and so on, right? So just be careful, man. I mean, yes, Robert says we pumped like 3x without any big retracement, right? Yes, that's true. That is true. But also you got to think about it. That's why I was showing you the 50-day candle, because back in 2015, when we pumped like above the 211 EMA, we never retraced, right? We never retraced down, you know, until we basically pumped to 20K, like from like from right there, okay, 280, right? After we open and close above the 21 EMA on the 50-day candle, right? We never retraced down below the 21 EMA until basically like until basically 6K area, okay? And we only got one red candle below it. That's what I tried to explain to you, and I was like, we haven't seen a open and close below the 21 EMA on the 50-day candle since basically 2015, April 2015. That's 5.5 years. That's a long time, guys. 5.5 years. Okay, so we could say bits is still in a macro bull. We all know that. Okay, we all know BC is in a macro bull. All right, so a drop down to like even like 3K, it is still not going to change anything, right, about the macro bull until we break this structure, right, dip down below 25 and 1K and so on. We could possibly say, you know, the bull market is over and we could basically be moving sideways and so on. But it is something like we're going to talk about over the next few years and so on, because most people still believe like the bear market could last for another 2.5 years, right? So yeah, you got the Jude Moonboy says the derivative trading supply in inflate is infinite. All right, so Yeah, I mean, you can basically trade BTC 100x, 125x, whatever you want to trade it with, right? So 33% times 100, you gotta think about it, guys. That's a big number, right? That's a big number. That's a big number. So let's see. I mean, either way you look at it, right? 2021 going to be a good year for alt, uh, you know, and all of that good stuff, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at alt total market cap. I know most of you guys only pay attention to the BTC dominance, but alt total market cap is, you know, it has a clean chart and it tells you a lot about like altcoins and BTC at the same time, right? So let's take a look at total 2. We're also going to talk about Tether, right? Because it seems like Tether is following band. Because I had a band analysis, was looking for a 50% drop, and it dropped 50% exactly as predicted. So, but let's see if Tether gonna follow. I'm not saying it's gonna drop 50%, but I will show you what I'm talking about, right? So total 2 is back to bullishness. So, so if you take a look at total 2 on the lower degree, so if you take a look at total 2, we already got a double top, right? After the double top, we got a clean clean capitulation, big move to the downside right there. So, and now after the big move to the downside, we basically making a three-way move pullback right there. Okay, so the three-way move pullback could possibly be finished, right? And if that's the case, we could possibly, right, once again get this move to the downside, right? Get this move to the downside. However, right, one thing I'm just trying to I'm trying to be cautious about this this range, right? We could possibly also make a small correction right there and get this move to the back to the upside up to like a 0.888, right? And get some sort of wedge right there, right? Just like a Zcash. I showed you Zcash when Zcash gave us the same structure, right? And I was like, we're going to dip down, right? And but Zcash decided to pump to like a 75, and now it's down to like a 62 and so on, right? So let's see over the next few days if alt going to be able to break this key area, because alt not following the trend so far, even though BC breaking like, you know, almost like 11.8, 11.9, alt basically not following the trend at all. Even, you know, Ethereum not following the trend, right? Hey, what's up, Rishi? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Rishi sounds like he's bullish. I think Rishi is bullish. He's a bull. So, alt, that's what I'm watching. Even though we got a flat correction once again, right? A flat correction could also turn out to be a what? A triangular formation, because you got this move down, right? You got this move. You got 1, right, 2, and then you got your flat correction, and you're going to be expecting price to dip lower. Price can still do this, right? And then you're going to get this triangular formation, right? This ugly triangle right there. You see what I'm saying, right? Okay, you're going to get something like that, right? So that's also possible, but it means like we could be trading in this range forever between like you know, 120 to like a 140, okay? In this range, okay, we could be trading in this range, right? So let's just pay attention to alt over the next few days, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. Oh, because I'm a dipping. So So as you can see, Ethereum on a daily basis, it seems like we're making a WXY correction. Oh. You could also call it, just call it ABC if you know what you're doing, but it is easier to call it WXY, right? So just like a Zcash, let's see if Ethereum going to be able to break this key level of resistance, which is like 390 to 400 range, and we could be looking for like a 0.786 to 0.888 to the upside, right there. 0.618 going to be like just about like low 400, and 0.786 going to be like 445. All right. So this range, that was my initial target, but we got rejected right there, just about like a 390, dipping down, found support at 360. Let's see. All right. So we came down to this support level right there, and now we're pumping. So let's see if we're going to be able to break like 385. Okay. So over the next few days, we can still bounce off this double top, retest this trend line, and try to go back up. So I got a lot of work to do with Ethereum over the next few days to see if we're going to be breaking this area. But however, if we break it, I'm going to be getting back into the game and just take it to the upside. It could be a nice like 10% move, which is not a lot when you trade like other alt. It's 5% actually, right? When you trade like Uniswap, Band, and all of the DeFi, all these DeFi coins, they pump like 5 to 10% easily on a daily basis. So that's why I don't get too excited with Ethereum pumping 5% and all of that good stuff, right? So, oh, you a bear? You with me? So let me know. Let me know if you're a bear, guys. So I would like to know. I think like I'm the only bear guy in the market. I think like optical art is bullish right now. So I'm the only bear left in town. That's not good at all. That's not good for me. So let's see. Okay, Ethereum, we need to break a 390 to low $400 range, and we could be looking for up to like a 440 and so on, right? So, but once again, the structure is bearish, right? But we're gonna need confirmation, right? We're gonna need confirmation to long this sucker. I don't like this. I don't like the this impulse move to the downside. I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. Right. But once again, right? I did not like it right there. I did not like it right there. But guess what? It just said, I don't care, right? We got this flat correction. You're going to be anticipating a drop. Guess what? It was only a three-way move down, and then bang, right? And then bang. So let's see if we're going to get something like that. We're just going to long it and suck it up, right? So it was... Jude, I told you were a moon boy. When did you become a bear? So we got some bear in the house. So let's see, all right? We got some bear in the house. So Ethereum, it is going to be a very, very easy trade. The pattern is clean, so you just have to pick a side, right? Don't try to be a bear or a bull in this range. You got a great opportunity. If we break like 390 and so on engulfingly, you just take it. Forget about being bearish or bullish. Just take it. Right? If we drop this trend, if we break this trend line and drop lower, right? You just suck it up. Forget about being bullish, right? And take it to the downside. From just about 370, let's say we pump up to like a 390 and drop down to like a 368, 370, break it, 367. Just suck it up and take it to the downside and get out. Let market move sideways for a couple of days and then give you another direction. It could possibly a triple top. It could just be a retest of the low just to break it. So I wouldn't be bullish or bearish on Ethereum in this range. market is not going anywhere, because you might be trying to be bullish in this range, right, and doesn't want to short it. Yes, it could drop and then still hit your target to the upside. So you could short it right there, take your money and long it right there and still take it to the upside. That's just short-term trade. Don't feel sorry for the market, right? When market is ready to take your money, it's not going to be sorry. It's just going to take it. And you're going to be sitting, sitting in front of the computer praying market going to reverse and all of that good stuff. It's not, it doesn't care, man. It doesn't care. Hey, what's up, Tails is bullish. Bullish AF. Yes. Yes, let's see. Okay, trading is not easy, man. If somebody tells you like trading is easy, I mean, they lying to you. Sometimes you can see a clean bearish setup, but market reverse. Sometimes you can see a clean bullish setup and market reverses right on you. So let's just keep them. It's not easy, so you just have to be cautious. Put a stop loss, right, and try to minimize losses and maximize gains when you can. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. You just made a 60 bucks, man. Congrats, right? I think I've just made 60 XRP on a short. So let's go ahead and take a look at Tether, right? So that's what I wanted to show you on Tether. If you follow it and you're looking for a trade, right? So I'm watching Tether, right? Haven't made this call yet. Still studying it, right? So we got a nice trend line, right? MACD already crossed down. That's actually bearish, right? But price is not yet below the 21 EMA on a 2-day basis, right? Not completely. So we're gonna wait till basically price dip down to like 57 to 58. It could be a nice short opportunity for the bears, right? You can see right there, price is looking to break this trend line, and 21 EMA could possibly also break the trend line. So if that's the case, right, that is going to be bearish. Okay, both price and the 21 EMA breaking the trend line, the blue line. So next target, similar to Link and Band, going to be the 2-day 100 EMA, which is like 40 cents. So that's a 2-day chart, right? It could take like a 2 to 3 weeks to drop down to that level. So it means taking a long on Band could be very aggressive over the next few days, right? So best thing to do is step on the sideline, right? And wait on the sidelines, right? And basically wait. If you want to buy the dip, that's the best level to be buying, right? That's the best level to be buying, just like Chain Link, right, and Band. And if you take a look at it in terms of fib level, right, that's not 382 but 236. 236, you can see like we got previous resistance support. That could be our next support right there, okay, which is like 38 to 41 cents. It's not going to be exact. It could wick even down to like 37 depending on the selling pressure. If the selling pressure is high enough, it's no telling. It can dip all the way down to 35 cents and so on, right? But I'm watching it carefully. So we took a short like from as soon as it broke this level on the 6 hour 21 EMA, I think, right? We took a short just about like 70 cents all the way down to 60 cents. So, and we got out. Now I'm just waiting to see if we can re-enter and take it all the way down, okay, to 40 cents. That's going to be a nice short, right? That could be the yearly short too, right? That is going to be a nice 40% short, right? So that's going to be a 40%, but most of you guys don't wait for 40%. If it drops 2%, most of you guys take your money and run away. So keep an eye on Theta, right? Theta. Let me take a look at. So we had a 3 short in my premium last night: XLM, SXP, and Kava. Right. Let's take a look at those 3. Let's take a look at Kava first. Okay. So Kava is still in range, right? It is still in range. So I'm looking for this target 183 to 178. Okay, short entry just about like 199 to 180, 199, 198. So it kind of bounced. It did bounce back up to like a roughly 2 something, right? $2 and so on, right? But you can see on the 2-day basis, it is actually very bearish. It is actually very bearish. So that's one of the reasons why basically, you know, I'm taking it, because you can see on a 2-day basis we break into support area, and the green candle right there was actually very bearish. It's a green candle but bearish because the volume is low compared to the last previous selling pressure. So we could definitely hit our target all the way down. So I was looking for 8 to 12%. Can we get it? Yes, we can get it. All right, so we already got like roughly around like 3%, right? So we could possibly get the rest over the next few days and so on, right? So next one, it is going to be SXP, not SPX. You go ahead and short the SPX. Okay, SXP. So SXP still okay. It is still around like our short entry, right? So 118, 119, it is still around the same level. Very bearish, right? We could possibly see price to dip down to like a low $1. Okay, it is also another 8 to 12% I'm looking for over the next few hours, few days, and so on. Lower degree giving us a beautiful setup, so I did not want to miss it, right? On SXP, did not want to miss it. But we got this we got this 1, 2, 3, a flat correction. We got another dip, another flat correction right there. So I'm just anticipating the retest of the low, just like Balancer. Also triple tapping, CRV was triple tapping, broke it, and all of that good stuff. So I'm looking for this retest of the just about like a September lows, right? Which is like September 23rd, 24th, which was like low dollar range. Okay, so the next one, let's take a look at SXP. Zilliqa did bounce back up, right? Zilliqa did bounce back up nicely. So Zilliqa give us a flat correction, a small bearish setup right there, right? And all of a sudden just pumped to the upside, right? But it is turning back bearish, as you can see. Big volume on a 6-hour time frame, right? It did bounce back up, but it is still bearish. Okay, it is still a bearish setup. You got your trend line you could be paying attention to over the next few hours and so on, right? A rejection, we can easily re-enter the Zilliqa and take it to the downside, right? Let's take a look at it. You made a grand today long in some random alt. Yeah, I mean alt, you can basically constantly make those type of money if you know what you're doing on alt. It's not that bad. Like, they're not that bad if you just understand the structure. Don't just try to counter trade them. That's what you need to avoid. If they're going up, just long them. If they're dropping, just short them. That's it. Make it easy. All right. But if they're pumping, because you're trying to short them when they're pumping, they can pump another 10%. And most people, in the crypto space, they don't do like 3x, right? Even though, I say don't recommend anything higher than 5, but most people, they don't trade less than 10x, right? So you're trying to short it. When they're pumping, you're gonna get liquidated. But if they break support, right, they break support, just suck it up. On a 6 hour, you know, they break like a constant support engulfingly, just enter, put a stop loss above the candle, the open candle. So your stop loss going to be not too tight and not too basically big, right? And you can easily get a nice 2% or higher. If you're doing 10x, that's a 20%, right? So Zilliqa, we did. I did give a longer term analysis for Zilliqa, right? So if you take a look at Zilliqa on a longer term analysis, right? Next level I'm looking for, it is going to be 0.786 support. As you can see, we respected 50% right there. Right there, we did respect 50%, respected 0.786, right? So next level I'm going to be looking for Zilliqa, it is going to be right there, 0.786. But let's be cautious also. Even though I just said we could drop, let's just be cautious, because Zilliqa can also, all right, break this level just like storage, because I had a similar setup for storage, right? And when storage was like 47, right, I was waiting to for confirmation to take a short all the way down to 37, but that sucker just flipped bullish, right? So I was like, man, I just have to wait, because I knew it is gonna drop. Okay, so but it did pump back up like to 0.786, right, from the double top. And then you can see, like, over the last few days, storage is just dumping, right? So Zilliqa can also do the same thing, just like BNB, right? BNB and storage, I showed you, they the fractal, right? They both pretty much similar, right? Let me just show you storage, right? That's strong. BTC not looking good, but it is at the 21 EMA. Take a look at storage. Okay, you take a look at storage. I had a target of 37. Guess what? It is like exactly now. We just hit like 38, right? So, but sometimes the timing is the problem, right? Timing is a problem sometimes, right? So storage, you can see, like, let's just clean this chart, get this chart clean. You can take a look at storage. Yep, you can see storage just broke down. Okay, so, and I showed you guys like on the 14th, I even sent it to my premium, and I was like, I'm anticipating just like BNB also to follow storage to drop down. But that's when this area right there, that's when I expected storage to drop down. But this sucker just did this before doing it, so it kind of basically turned me off right after it pumped to the upside. So let's see if Zilliqa could do that. Okay, if Zilliqa gonna be trying to make a triangular formation right there, pump right there, give us a nice correction, and then capitulate down. That's also possible, but I'm going to be watching it very, very careful, because it is going to be a very, very juicy, drop, just like storage, right? Just like storage. Take a look at storage. It's down like 45%, right? 45%. Let's take a look at BNB. And you don't have to pay attention to all of these good stuff, right? You can just pay attention to one of them and basically just time it. Just time it, right? You take a look at BNB, right? Same thing as storage, right? Same setup. I showed you, because BNB gonna drop lower, and you're gonna be like, man, same setup, right? We got the triangular formation right there. We got our flat correction right there, right? And we pump to the upside. So take a look at storage. You got your flat correction right there, right? And you got your triangular formation right there, and we got the dump to the downside, right? What are we expecting right now from BNB is the same thing. We're expecting BNB to dump right down. Expecting BNB to dump, okay? But dump. So just follow storage. Storage already gave you the story. We talked about it last week, even before storage, before the dump, okay? Right around like October 14 and so on, right? That's when we talk about it. So let's take a look at BNB. As you can see, BNB already looking to drop lower. Okay, I said it like if we drop below the 21 EMA, it is going to be bearish. As you can see, it did drop below it, closed below it, double bottom, and tried to pump back up right to 31, and now it is still back down to below the 21 EMA. It can do something like this, retest 31 just to get a flat correction, or even pump higher up to like 31.5. But the overall trend is already bearish with this double top. That's what I tried to show you earlier on, like with those two big bearish engulfing candle facing each other, right? That's what I was trying to show you. So it is already bearish, okay? It is just consolidating. Any move to the upside could be just a great opportunity for the bears to take it to the downside, right? So holla at your girl. Hey, what's up? What's up, Nava? Hey, congrats, Nava. You made $35,000 long in BTC. That's great, man. Congrats. So enjoy the profits. So BNB is actually looking very bearish, guys. So looking very bearish. So 8-hour candle looking bearish, 6-hour candle looking to give up. So it looks bearish. That's one of the reasons why I'm being cautious with BTC, because alt not looking to follow. Okay, not looking to follow BTC right now. All right, guys, I'm just gonna keep it short today, right? I'm gonna talk to you guys later. I might be going live tomorrow, depending how volatile the market going to be, right? Make sure to join our public Telegram group, link in the description, right? So if you're looking to join my premium group for these alt setup, short, long, whatever you want to do, right? Alt season is not here yet, right? So no need to be buying alt until basically we pump above our 3-day 21 EMA, and I'm gonna be confident to keep buying alt, right? But as of now, best thing to do is just wait for the right opportunity to start buying alt. Let's take a look at the total 2 again on a daily basis, on a 3-day basis. Yep, total 2, you can see like total 2 is not looking good, guys. That's actually the most bearish setup ever, okay? You get the drop once again, guys. You get this 3-way move, right? 7 out of 10, it is going to drop down lower, okay? But sometime, once again, however, you could get this move, right? But with 30% chance, right? So 30% chance, just like that, right? You can see when we drop from just about like May 2018, right? You guys remember we double top May 2018, we dropped down, we made a 3-way move, right? You might be thinking like we're going to be going lower. I mean, we're going to be going higher. Bang. Okay, bang. So that's the second time we've seen this setup on a 3-day basis. That's the first time since like 2018, May 2018, right? That's the first time, right there. Right. So I'm just gonna watch and see if we're gonna capitulate. If we break like 125 billion, that's it. Everything is going down the drain. Okay, everything going to be dumping if we break 123 billion, 123 billion. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to hit the likes, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel also, and hit the notification at the same time. All right, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Oh, dot. I was on a dot scalp earlier. Let me just check dot. I like shorting dot. But dot. Let's see. Yep, dot. I got a dot analysis also, right? As you can see, dot is looking to break 0.618 support. This could give us a better strength on our short right of dot, right? Break 3837 support. If we break 3837 support, we could be looking for that was the dot analysis like few days back, and you can see 0.618 dot BTC respecting it. So we breaking it. Next level going to be like 30,000 range. Okay, 30,000 dot. So, and that is going to be a nice 12% drop. If you take a look at dot BTC just retested support. We shorted it right there just by like $4, right? 404, 405, all the way down to 38. 378 was the target. It hit like 38, bounced back up, right? On the lower degree, it is kind of aggressive to short it right now, but if we just say like this move is just corrective, it is okay to basically take it to the downside, at least to retest the trend line just about like 38 again, and we could possibly get either a small correction or a bigger correction to retest this area before dropping, because dot BTC is already bearish. So the only way dot USD could be bullish is like if BTC could be pumping, right? So that could save dot USD, right? But dot BTC already bearish. If BTC stays the same, right, and dot BTC keeps dropping, it means dot USD has to drop. Easy. Okay, easy. Right, easy. Yeah, I've been shorting dot since like right there, $5. The first short I had on dot was like 504, right, all the way down to just about 403, and I got out, and this sucker kept dumping. I was like, man, look at this sucker. so I love shorting dot and Uniswap. So for some reason, right, Uniswap is also very bearish right now. So Uniswap also very bearish. Yep, we enter this cover short as soon as I saw this flat correction. You're right, this move retest the low. I missed it because I should have shorted right there just by like a 210. But as soon as I saw it, I was in front of the computer. I recognized the pattern. I didn't even hesitate. I was like, guys, let's just short this sucker. But right now it's double bottoming. Could still give us this move, another flat correction right there before doing this move, right? So you just have to suck it up. Stop loss 207 and so on. Man, SNX, I was also on SNX, man. You seem like you know what I'm working on, right? So SNX right there, we dropped down but bounced back up. SNX, we dropped down but bounced back up right there at 3.6. You can see SNX, we shorted it right there. I was like, guys, if we break this 405, right, that's it. We're gonna be looking forward to retest like 3.6, and you can see like we just hit it. But sometimes markets love to make noise before hitting your target. So if you're not patient enough, you're not gonna retest your October lows, right? Right. SNX out. Let's take a look at higher time frame. Right. Yep. SNX as soon as it dropped below this range, that's when I call the short. Right there. Okay, just about $4. And you take a look at it, it's almost like a nice 10%. But you have to suck it up, wait for like a couple of days to get your 10%, which is pretty good. Most of you guys don't do 2x, right? So that's 100% move if you 10x it. Yeah, SNX was a juicy move. I was watching it forever, right? So a nice descending triangular formation. So just watch the higher time frame, right? It kind of reminds me of BTC 6K 2018 when BTC was moving in this type of a triangular formation, and we broke it. We dropped down 50%. Same exact triangular formation. So just watch your 2-day chart. Going to close in like, let's say 18 hours. If we close engulfingly below it, wait for a small bounce and suck it up and put a stop loss just about like a 3.7, 3.8, something like that. And you could easily retest like the 2.5, right? Easily. That's the same exact descending triangle we got from BTC back in 2018, 6K area right there. And then we drop down to basically 3K. All right, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in.